trust in chariots. Some men trust in horses, but we will trust in the Lord.
David G. Evans is leading the charge to bring you the power to change your life. He is committed to the mission of helping you transform and become a person of power, and it starts with his all-new system to change your situation. At the centerpiece of this life-altering collection is David Evans' groundbreaking training course. From ridiculous to radical to real, this means war. In this series, you will discover the steps to change. This series includes 2 powerful messages, each on winning the battle in your mind and cultivating a language of faith. That's 4 messages, 4 power-filled hours of material. If you want a better marriage, this series has the answers. If you want to achieve financial independence God's way, the secrets in this series will empower you to make it happen. If you want a life of power, anointing, and influence, this series will show you how to get it, and there's more. You're looking for serious, immediate results. So Bishop Evans will also include one of his best-selling messages called Weapon of Warfare. This classic teaching will build you up to start fighting in the spirit for what you deserve. This powerhouse collection, from ridiculous to radical to real, and Weapon of Warfare, will give you all the biblical strategies you need to change anything in your life. This collection will ship to you immediately with your gift today to David G. Evans Ministries. This ministry is revolutionizing the kingdom by empowering believers. Souls are being saved daily, and we need your help to grow this impact in a real way. Call now and sow your seed of just $35 for your transformation to help people around the world. Your $35 love gift goes straight to the front lines of ministry, providing help to those that need it most. Call now. Make the decision to get the power you need to change your life forever.
Position yourself to receive from God with Bishop David G. Evans teaching When Men Pray.
Have there been times when you have asked someone to pray for you and the prayer has not been answered? Because instead of praying for yourself, you waited until someone else that you thought had more power would pray for you. Prayer is something that you resort to immediately and not as a last resort. You need to learn how to pray preemptively. You need how to pray ahead of time. Don't always be praying in response. Pray proactively. Pray before it happens. Lord, cover my child. Lord, bless my day.
Develop your relationship with God with this dynamic teaching on CD or DVD when you write to us. Visit our website or call 1-800-591-8480.
Allow God's living waters to wash over you and refresh your soul.
You've been praying for yourself when the answer is in praying for other people. While I'm praying for California, God shows up in my house.
As kingdom people, with the king in us and us being sovereign ground, we are not governed by the laws of this land, but we're governed by the laws of heaven.
He's talking about you going to draw water from the wells of salvation. Where's the well? In you.
If we want to release the water, watch this, we don't have to pray for it to come. Where we are now, we pray for it to be released.
Release deliverance and transformation in every area of your life through God's living waters. This revitalizing 3-message series can be yours on CD or DVD when you visit our website or call 1-800-591-8480 today.
Well, praise the Lord, everybody. Welcome to On Point, the #1 Saturday morning Christian-based call-in talk show in America, coming to you live every Saturday morning from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on any smart device at David G. Evans, the #1. That's at David G. Evans, the #1. David G. Evans, the #1. So glad you're joining us today. Why don't you like and subscribe to us? But most of all, why don't you share with others that are your followers on whatever site you're joining us on? We'd be so happy to have this great conversation with you and all those connected with you today. On Point is all about having those conversations about those subjects that impact your life, but always from a kingdom, a biblical perspective. That's the difference between On Point talk program and any other, is that we're always from the context of the Word of God, kingdom, faith. That's the context, the platform from which we make have all our discussions. So we want you to join us today. Invite your friends to join us. We look forward to having this conversation with you as you call from all over the country like you normally do. And it's just going to be another good time. What's happening, Pastor Nick?
I'm okay. Good morning. How y'all doing?
You're doing fine. And give us a call today. That's toll free, 866-743-8267. That's 866-743-8267. That's 866-74-EVANS. Give us a call. Toll free. We would love to talk to you about those subjects that are close to your heart today, on your mind, but also about the events, the happenings around the world that are impacting our lives. We talk about politics. We talk about culture. We talk about sports. Religion, you name it. No subject is taboo on Point, but because we're the number one Saturday morning Christian-based call-in talk show, we are extremely family-friendly and kid-safe. So we want you to join us in our conversation. It gets a little boisterous, but it doesn't get out of hand. A lot going on this week. I'm wondering how you tase somebody to death.
Did you watch the video?
No.
Okay.
No.
They just kept tasing them.
Now, was he armed or something?
Apparently, the guy got into an accident.
Yeah.
With the flag down the police.
Right.
Something happened in that encounter.
They had an exchange.
And then they tased him, I think, like 6 times in like 45 seconds. And the guy was having like an anxiety attack, so he was having some issues with anxiety.
Okay.
And they were just holding him down, forcing him. But the fact that they tased him so many times in such a short period of time, that's...
How many of them were there?
From the video I didn't watch the whole thing. I saw like 2 or 3.
So 2 or 3 guys, unarmed, you have guns.
Just the one guy, yeah.
When you tase a guy,
yeah,
that kind of paralyzes you, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So if you tase somebody that many times, are you trying to disable them or are you trying to kill them?
They're trying to disable them, but no heart can handle that voltage.
That's why they don't give you but so many zaps in the hospital.
Yeah, and the guy was a young man, so I mean, it's not like he was, well.
And they killed him?
Yeah.
Wow. So let's go to something else, because that saddens me greatly.
Yeah.
Now, the House Republicans are trying to introduce a fair tax. Who is it going to be fair to?
To their wealthy friends.
I kind of did a little reading up on it, and it's, on one hand, it's saying that, you keep all your money in your pocket. On the other hand, it's saying, but enough has to be taken out to supply the government. Mm-hmm. So where's it going to come from? It's going to keep coming from the middle class and the low class and upper income people. That's fair to them.
Right. To me, 23% on somebody making
not a lot of money.
6 figures is not a lot of money. But you making $32,000 a year.
23%
on everything is a lot.
I mean,
come on, y'all.
That's a quarter out of every dollar, just about.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. Even shopping and all
So
that stuff.
So it's going to end up being low income and middle income people shouldering most of the burden.
Yeah. Now, I thought they were the low tax party, taxation without representation, keep low taxes, keep the government out your business party.
They're trying to get business on their sides now.
Yeah.
Because there will be some deductions and a couple ways to get around that.
Oh, yeah.
It's not going to be fair to everybody.
No, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
Now, what is this? The House Republicans vote to strip pre-approved IRS funding. What is that?
So remember, last year, 2 years ago, they voted to hire, I think, like 80-some-odd thousand IRS employees to help them with the backlog. Mm-hmm. Now they're trying to cut that off, so they're saying we don't need to fund the IRS. It's not going to pass, but the fact that they're bringing it up is trying to make a statement.
What statement is that? They don't want their tax returns to get processed?
Yeah, that and their rich friends and people going through stuff.
Here's the problem. If the IRS is the cash register for the nation, that's where most of the revenue comes in. So if they cut down the revenue, they're going to go after programs to try to make it up.
Yep. Which is probably their ideal.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's not going to pass, but still the fact that they bring it up.
Well, sometimes I'm wondering who's driving the bus at the Republican Party. Because a lot of things that they suggest are not things that's going to bring folk that don't vote with them or don't agree with them under their tent. They seem like they're doing everything they can. They don't know how to balance their approach. That's what seems to be a problem. So all they know how to do is offend everybody to keep their base, but they don't know how to draw new people.
No.
Because everybody knows the tax is not going to be fair.
Right. Yeah.
And everybody, most people that are supporting the government, middle and lower income, depend on the rapidity of their tax return.
Yeah. I mean, look, Warren Buffett and the likes, 23% of them, they make that back in what, 3-4 months?
Maybe that long.
Right. Like, come on.
The right investment, 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, I mean, it ain't nothing fair about that. And the lie that the wealthy pay their fair share is not true at all.
No, it isn't.
And Mitt Romney showed that. I mean, you get what's that thing called? That tax he does. Whenever they go in the company, they flip it. The business he does.
Yeah.
I think he's taxed at like 15% at the most. And this is millions and billion-dollar transactions.
Well, and then they've got the whole capital gains thing.
Capital gains tax, that's what it is.
Which works to their, there's a whole lot of ways that they work that capital gains.
Yes.
Real estate-wise, business-wise, profit-wise, a whole lot of ways. They, and then, you have developers who can actually take losses from previous years and apply it to the present year.
Yep.
So that means it diminishes greatly their tax.
Yeah. I mean, even Warren Buffett said there's no reason why my secretary has to pay more in taxes than I do.
Percentage-wise. Absolutely.
Yes. And to assume that wealthy people, when you give them a chance to save money, are going to reinvest that money into other people.
Oh, no.
Is a fact.
You don't stay wealthy that way.
Yeah. Their whole thing is they're going to invest back into the country.
No. They tried that before with the money they gave the companies, and a lot of the companies got the money and then laid off hundreds of thousands of people.
Yep.
So they could save some more money.
And speaking of, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No.
The tax plan that Trump and them signed in 2017.
Yeah.
We said it. It was going to have a short-term positive effect for middle class. Now the bill is coming due. And now these folks are starting to see, Trump got this tax plan, or taxes are cut. No, baby. The bill is up, and folks are starting to get penalized for it.
Now, to explain it to folk that maybe are not familiar with it.
So the tax bill that Trump did, look it up. The tax bill that they did in 2017 of December was the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act.
Right.
It's supposed to bring, change the tax code.
Absolutely.
Lower your taxes.
Absolutely.
But again, as you say, there's only one cash register.
That's right.
If you lower the taxes on everybody,
got to come from somewhere else.
It's got to come. So now we're starting to see it come from other places.
Yep.
So you're you're gaining over here, but it's being taken over here.
I don't know why we don't see it.
It was a move to help the wealthy people.
There's no new money.
It's just
they have to shuffle it back and forth. Yet we're finding money to send, and I don't have a problem with us supporting Ukraine.
Yep.
But if you can find $1 trillion to send overseas, literally find $1 trillion bucks. I don't think a couple $1 billion investment in your own country is bad. Okay.
Not at all.
I'm just trying to make sure I understand.
No.
Assault weapons. Who really believes that we need them on the street?
Those that are trying to be in a militia.
They're not a militia.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I know.
866-743-8267. This is On Point, the #1 Saturday morning Christian-based call-in talk show in America. 866-743-8267. You can give us a call right now. Tom is on the line. We're sure the others are going to jump on very quickly. What is this? So the implication by recent arrests during the past year is that a lot of pedophiles are getting involved in education. What do you do? You're homeschooling.
Yeah.
Okay.
One's too many, but to have the amount go up every single year.
Yeah, I mean, you get into it because that's where your perverted interests lie. That's amazing to me.
Yeah, it's disgusting. And then I believe, and I'm sure, with the teacher shortage from the pandemic, where a lot of those teachers left, they need to fill those roles. They just got people,
and they've lowered the standards too.
Lowered the standards to get people in.
Education standards. You don't need your transcript right now. We'll wait for you to get it.
Yep.
You know, you got to finish that course next year. We'll let you. Something's wrong with that.
Yeah, I believe so. And again, I'm sorry we unloaded today. It just, in this country, there's no reason why teachers, certain people, we shouldn't have to worry about their finances.
Right.
You're teaching a generation of children.
Right.
Struggling should not be, it shouldn't even be on the table.
No.
I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not saying they got wealthy, but
I agree.
Something.
Education, law enforcement, so you can get the right people, balanced mindset, right training, you know, get better outcomes. It's, you know, just, you know, I don't know if I'm going to take a $50,000 salary to run into a building where somebody's shooting at me.
Exactly. Right.
You know, we don't pay firemen enough. We don't pay law enforcement guys enough. We certainly don't pay the people who man the prisons, those guards. And the numbers, the ratios, those of us that know them, for the ratios are outrageous.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, it's like 100 inmates to one guard.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
That ain't.
You can't win that fight.
No, not at all.
Can't win that fight.
Not at all.
Nah,
and I'm not saying that it's right.
Yeah.
But you can understand how somebody's struggling if they're presented with an alternative opportunity.
They're going to take it.
Yeah, it's there.
You got to pay the rent. They telling you we'll pay you $60,000 to do it. You start calculating getting evicted versus let me go in here in this jail every day.
Yeah.
You're gonna make an economic decision.
Yeah.
But it's we'll spend plenty of money for stuff that's not essential.
Yep.
And deny the funds for things that I like, homelessness and hunger and all that. That shouldn't be an issue in the United States.
No. Not at all.
I don't think they should depend on, here it comes. I don't think they should depend on the churches to satisfy that need if you're not going to give us the money to do it.
Exactly.
It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense at all.
If you want the churches to do it, then you need to supply the funding so we can do it.
Right.
Because we're closer to the community than you are. But you don't have a right to criticize us if you're not funding. You know, and then people will say, well, how come you ain't feeding people? Do you think food grows on trees? Now, we've been doing it for almost 30 years.
Yeah.
But if God hadn't blessed us the way he had, we wouldn't have been able to continually do it, you know, a couple Fridays a month, you know, for as long as we can remember.
Yeah.
But not everybody's in that position.
No. And to still maintain it with all the rise in prices. And walked to the store and said the jelly was like almost $8 for a jar of jelly.
They say eggs are around $7 or $8 now for a dozen eggs.
Yeah. Now they're blaming it on that flu, but we know it's
What flu?
Some the flu that chickens have.
It was the turkeys around Thanksgiving. Now it's the chickens now. Come on, man. Come on.
They're gouging.
Come on, man.
They're gouging.
Come on, they lying. That's what they're doing.
They're lying and gouging.
Come on.
Like, come on.
We got Tom on line 1 from Fort Lauderdale. We got Danny on line 3 from Lauderhill, Florida. We want to hear from you. 866-743-8267. Let's go to Tom. Good morning, Tom. Welcome back to OnPointe. Hello, Tom.
He's listening to it.
Tom, you're listening to yourself. Hi, Tom. Are you there? Your time. Let me put him on hold and we'll come back.
All right.
Danny, good morning.
Good morning, Bishop. Pastor Nick. That's how y'all doing today?
Doing great, man. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm back in the 80s, so I'm fine.
The shade starts again.
Yeah,
No, I'm not going to talk to you about whether I made that promise.
Okay, we don't believe you. we don't believe you. You're going to break your word on this.
Right.
You can only hold out a couple of weeks. It's okay.
Okay, two things I like to talk about, Bishop. Number one is that you talk about the assault weapons.
Yeah.
And I was talking with the young men at work, and we just had to open up the topic, talking about weapons and guns and things like this.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they have this thing down here where you could go to a gun range or a gun club or something like that, and you would pay to fire an assault weapon.
Really?
I don't know, it must be a thrill or something that they get out of it or something like that. So I asked the question, you all are all excited and you say that you want assault weapons and things like that. I said, why don't you just go into the military? You can shoot it all you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
That's too far.
And then we'll allow the founding no. We don't want to do that,
Yeah.
But they talk about how loyal they are, and patriotic. This person is a patriot and what have you. But they never picked up a weapon to defend the country.
Isn't that amazing?
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think it's really about patriotism. I think it's about personal beliefs and agendas.
But it's just the way that they throw that word around, patriot.
Mm-hmm.
Then when it comes to giving a veteran benefits, they don't want you.
Isn't that amazing?
Mm-hmm. Until we all die off. When you die off, then they go ahead and give you the benefits and nobody to receive it.
Wow. I've always had a problem until President Obama came in office and started really addressing the conditions of the VA hospitals around the country. I always had a problem with the fact that a lot of veterans did not want to go to the VA hospitals in their vicinities because the medical care was no good. And I couldn't understand how, if it's a Veterans Administration hospital, then the government should have what I think some of the finest medical people in the country or in the world working at the hospital.
But when they go in Washington, D.C., they have the best.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But around the country, that hasn't been a testimony
right.
Historically. President Obama started addressing that. I understand that a friend of mine, he goes to a veterans hospital down in Virginia. He says, excellent. And I understand the conditions at the Philadelphia hospital have improved drastically. And I only know that because some of our people work there.
And another thing that I want to ask that we pay close attention to, what is happening with DeSantis is doing now. I don't know if you've heard about it. Maybe Pastor
Yeah, about him blocking the AP African American Studies program.
Yes.
Yeah.
But he's involved with education across the board. Whenever any district has a vacancy in the school board, who are elected members, he replaces them.
Is he supposed to do that?
I never heard of it before. I mean, he jumped right on it, and he replaces that. Then all the books and what have you, when it comes to African American studies, he's banning books. It's just like in Europe when they used to ban books.
Now is that part of his woke thing? That's
that woke bill. Yeah.
Is that's they call a woke bill? Is that what it is?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
But they're all like Huckabee, the one that just got Sarah, the one that she not even taught in schools. Banned critical race theory taught in all schools. Not even taught in schools.
It's not taught anywhere,
right? Except like certain college level courses, but
which is an elective.
Which most people would never take. But these signs, Virginia did some book. They banned a bunch of Toni Morrison books. And
Why?
Things. Because it talks about the whole racial history of anything that makes America look bad, quote unquote.
But we got enough present history that is challenging for us. So they're gonna take away the fact that Native Americans were here and we came over and basically tried to annihilate them and then put them on plantations, or what they call reservations at that time. Reservations for them, plantations for us. But they put them on reservations, and we're going to erase all of that?
Yep, that's what they're trying to do.
We're going to erase the fact that Asian Americans, Japanese were in prison camps here in America during the war. We're going to take away all that too?
Yep. They're trying to stop all that stuff.
Their
ridiculous.
excuse is that they don't want their kids to feel bad.
No, they need to know about it. And they need to be convicted enough about it that they don't want it to happen again.
Yep.
But what they're trying to do is repeat some stuff, which is why they're trying to get it out of books. You get it out of books, it slips out of your memory, so you won't recognize it when it's happening again. The whole McCarthy thing with the hearings. You know, this threat by the Republican Party feels like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, I didn't mean to get on soapbox. Okay. So what are you guys going to do with your governor, man? You going to send him to the White House? What are you going to do?
I saw this guy coming years ago. Years ago, things that he was doing, and anything to grab attention in the media, he's going to do it. Anything.
But there's a whole lot of stuff he doesn't want taught in schools. And now, sex education is not a new thing. When I was in school, they had sex education. You know, somebody had to say something. So, you know, we had books and stuff, and they taught you about it, and it was not the most comfortable class in the school, but you had to take sex education.
Yes.
So I don't know what.
His whole thing is the LGBTQ, learning about that in schools. But I'm like, it's a reality in our
They're
world.
going to learn about it.
They're going to, thank you.
Either in the school or in the school.
Right.
Right. It's either in school or in the school.
Yeah, it's going to happen. It's like,
it's going to be there.
Why are y'all so scared to, it's a new world. These kids are learning stuff earlier and earlier. Unfortunately, it's not good, I don't think, for them to learn certain things too early.
Well, here's the other problem.
But you have no choice but to teach them now.
Yeah, but here's the other problem. How can I say this tactfully? This new style of parenting where you don't give your kids a foundation. You just kind of let them get their own ideas. You don't give them anything. You don't give them a reference. Now, you give them a reference so they can make a decision from the reference.
Right.
But what you do by not giving them a foundation is by the time they get to be 20 years old, they've tried a little bit of everything and not fit for anybody. And they don't even like themselves. So you wonder why kids are acting weird at 20, 21, and 22 because you didn't give them a foundation. If they want to make a decision later on in life, they can do that. But not because you did not give them a foundation from which to make the decision.
Yes.
Okay, that's what makes sense to me.
Right.
That's what makes sense to me. I think we sabotage the kids, letting the world educate them versus their parents educate them.
Totally agree. And that's the other part too. Parents abdicating their responsibility, letting the school and everybody else teach them.
We can't.
You know, and it's foolish.
Plus, the way the schools are trying to stay out of trouble, you can't rely on them to give your children the tools they need for life. But when did we get so busy we don't want to talk to them?
Yeah. I know parents that are out here just trying to live their life. And it seems like the weight of their children, the responsibility of their children is more of a weight of burden rather than.
Then don't have the babies.
Thank you. That's my thing. It's not their fault.
People like that, they're trophies that you just shine up every now and then, take the dust off them, move them around the house to give you the sense that they're alive. That's not it.
Right. And you counsel a lot of people. We know the idea of a thing. I know somebody. The idea of the child was more important than actually raising
Absolutely.
the child. Just having one was enough.
Trophy.
Okay. Just
void of
I
respect.
want to thank you all, for all that you're doing and continue to do the good work that you're doing, and I really appreciate you.
Appreciate you, man. Tell my sister I said hey.
Will do.
All right, now.
All right, be blessed.
Talk to you. Bye-bye. 866-743-8267. We're going to Tom, and then we're going to Robin. Tom, are you there?
Bishop, the line was crossed. I'm not sure what was going on, but I always know to turn the radio down.
We could hear everything.
But that wasn't me totally, so but Bishop, Danny kind of jumped on this earlier, so I don't know but our illustrious governor kind of says inexplicable that contrary to Florida law, that this thing with the educational system has no merit or value in education in Florida.
Okay.
When he comes to this AP course.
Okay.
Now, he was questioned by national people, and as well, you have a similar AP course for Japanese Americans, Native Americans, Italian Americans, and Irish Americans.
Okay.
Why is theirs okay, but the African American one is not?
Did he respond?
No, but he did say, "This is the best I love."
This is the what?
Woke goes to die in Florida.
Huh?
Woke, the woke movement.
Yeah.
Goes to die in Florida.
Okay, that's the platform from which they're thinking. Okay.
He's taking that totally. And
They don't even know what woke means, do
They
they?
don't know what it means.
No.
I read something. Somebody said something that made so much sense. That term woke is the new N-word. So they can't say the N-word, so they call you woke now. That's what they're really talking about. And when you think about it, in the way they talk about it, the whole woke movement, that's their new way of saying it.
You think so?
If I find the tweet the way the guy said it, it makes so much sense how they're using that woke term.
So woke is referring more to race than it is to an awareness.
Yes.
Okay.
Totally.
Yes.
Okay.
They co-opted the term from a knowledgeable person to these N-words over here want some equality and some, yeah.
Wow.
He constantly says, the woke left. We will not let the woke left run this state. It's always the woke this, woke that.
So then that covers not only perhaps people of color, but also anybody supporting any of their causes.
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yep.
So the civil rights movement was not all black people.
Mm-hmm.
It was women, Jewish people,
Yep.
Hispanics.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and the other thing too, this AP course, Bishop, people don't realize this was a course more about who Frederick Douglass was, who black leaders were, and the contributions more so than about slavery and retribution. This was a positive course, more so. So it's not like we're going to bring up, that you had us in slavery. It's not that kind of course.
Well, that makes sense what you're saying, Tom. Because why, if they're opposed to it, are they opposed also, or more so, to the contribution that African American people have made to the country? Do they want to squash that? I think a lot of people don't know about the guy and the peanut. What was his name?
Carver.
Carver.
Yeah.
The genius of Carver. They don't know about all that. So perhaps they don't want to know that.
Carver he was the second person who was invited to the White House after Frederick Douglass. He had a relationship before that guy was heavy duty.
Until I got further into banking, I didn't know it was an African American man that had created the money system for the country.
I know it is.
Yeah, Hamilton.
Interesting.
Yeah, Hamilton. Alexander Hamilton, his mom was black and his dad was white.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I know. Okay.
So he's
There's so many things like that.
the uniform currency system of the country was made by him.
I didn't know he had black in him.
Oh yeah, a whole lot. You see his picture of his mom; he had a whole lot in him. It wasn't subtle.
But the thing about this, it's an AP class. Most people aren't going to take an advanced placement class.
No.
It's for a certain select
Everybody's
group
not
of
eligible
people.
for it.
Right. So it's, and this whole thing of you can't learn certain things. To me, learn as much as you don't. You have to agree with it all.
No.
But learn about all these different viewpoints.
Mm-hmm.
And you said it. People that can't defend their viewpoints, they make arguments.
Yep.
They start criticizing.
Yep.
If your viewpoint can't hold up against criticism, you don't really have.
You don't really have one.
You don't have one.
You haven't thought it through if it won't stand up to cross-examination.
Yes, there you go.
You haven't thought it through.
Bishop, changing it just a little bit.
Yeah.
Years ago, talking about pedophiles and all, my father was on the board of directors for the Girl Scouts.
Okay.
And he was shocked when he said how they had to vest people and how difficult it was and how many were out there. that he had a rude awakening.
Yeah, because in my generation, you thought that was something rare. But obviously, something has happened to the fiber of our morality in the country, and this thing is somewhat rampant.
And they tend to target schools.
Schools and organizations, Scouts,
Yes.
Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts. You know, they have this, but if you think about it, if they're predators, you're going to go where you think the prey is.
Yep.
The guy from Penn State, that guy, I mean, created his own school.
Yeah.
Oh, and what do you think about Congressman George, whatever his name is?
Santos?
Yeah.
I think if he was an African-American man, he wouldn't have gotten in the door.
He'd definitely be gone now if he was African American.
This guy, they say he lied about everything, man.
Yeah.
I like the one that came out the other day. Not that is a problem, but that he was a
The drag queen.
trans
Yeah.
dancer in Brazil.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
you can't see he's sweet.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
and a couple of them came out and said, "Come on, you know you was with us." And had pictures of him.
Wait a minute. No, I mean, you can look at the guy and tell he was sweet.
Because like, how are you?
Come on, man. Come on. Now, come on. That shouldn't be a revelation. Nothing about the guy says he's not.
And if you are, be who you are. But you try to be a white
he
supremacist slash
you
this.
got to lie about everything.
Yeah, just
He got to lie. He's a disgrace to gay people.
Oh yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah, they don't want to take him.
I mean, just everything. And how did he get vetted by the organization? How did the Republican Party let him in that far?
how the heck? Who voted him in? That's my other thing too. They didn't see. Well,
he lied about everything, but the party
but no,
is supposed to vet their candidates.
Yeah. And Bishop, one thing's a little different here. The New York part of the Republican Party wants him out, but Kevin McCarthy, because he needs that vote,
He's gonna take care of him. He's gonna take care of him because he keep that vote, man.
yeah,
But I think he's going to be forced to resign.
oh, he has to be.
Unbelievable. Just how do you get that far?
yeah.
I couldn't believe it.
But then it goes to show again, we're so willing just to vote somebody and to try somebody without doing the proper research, proper work to vet this person out. I'm not saying that a person that never ran for politics should run.
Right.
But if you're running for a national Congress
They
position,
should know something about you.
thank you.
At least where you went to school.
Yeah. Yeah. Or let's have something where you had to run locally somewhere first.
Somebody should have called Yale and
And
said,
then,
did he go there?
You know what I'm saying? Something.
I mean, any job application, they do a little research on you.
Yes.
I don't know, man. So did you vote for him, Tom?
Oh no. No.
Oh, Lord have
No,
mercy.
they did no vetting on this guy at all. He,
Unbelievable.
you know what? Everything about the guy, where he worked, where he lived,
Everything.
his family.
Yeah.
Everything.
So,
Just a total fraud?
A total.
yeah.
Unbelievable. And watch this. Because of power,
Yeah.
they're going to try to hold on to him as long as they
Because
can.
they needed that seat to get the
Absolutely.
majority. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
And what happened to opponent research? I mean, most political elections, you got to be able to stand up under real investigation. I mean, they put somebody on it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess now since Trump got elected, it's like free game. They had all the evidence on him. He still got elected president. Now it's
He grabbed somebody in the wrong place, and they laughed it off.
yeah.
Women laughed it off.
Yes. Yep. So now power is more important. Well, we don't care what you do as long as you keep us in.
Well, then tell me this: if accosting or assaulting a female wasn't that important when Trump was in office, running for office, did that mean it never was that important before he ran?
Right. Oh, it was important before he ran.
To whom?
Yeah. all of a sudden,
Well, they were saying what was politically correct.
it was politically correct, but
Okay.
also it was who determines what. It was
Always.
if it was somebody else.
Always.
If Obama did it, it would
Always.
have been.
Oh man, it'd been a nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the guy he ran against on the news last night. And he said that basically said he was so broke he didn't have the money to even vent because he wasn't being pushed from the national,
Mm-hmm.
and so he just didn't have the time or money. But
So
And
he
he probably
finagled his
won.
way into the office.
I'm surprised.
He slicked his way into the office, Tom.
he just eased in. I mean, if you the guy he's running against, there should be a little weak himself.
But I
He's
still
Democrat.
blame the New York Party, Democratic Party, for not doing their job.
Oh yeah.
He should have never gotten that far.
Yep.
Anyway,
Yep.
Tom, good to hear from you, man.
Yeah, I have one thing to say. Go Eagles.
Yeah, man.
They doing all right?
8:15 tonight.
8:15 tonight.
Giants. Yep. We'll see.
How's Hurts doing?
They say he's in a little pain, but he's doing better. He's been off for 2 weeks, so
They've been
hopefully-
resting him.
Yeah. But his determination is.
What I
he's
don't
a dog.
understand is, I don't understand, and Tom, please stay on because I need your opinion on this too. I don't understand the rationale that other former players and newscasters are using regarding Hurts that is absolutely acceptable regarding other quarterbacks. You can't tell me that the only reason he's successful is because of the system that he's in. The only reason any quarterback is successful is because of the system that they're in.
Exactly. Yeah.
I heard guys say that.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the 2 weeks that he wasn't playing, you saw what happened.
There you go. Now,
You saw-
now, you
you
want
saw
to
the
talk about
difference.
systems? As long as Brady was in the system that was built for him,
He was doing good.
he's doing good. But now,
System's different.
the system's different. But for Hurts, it's just the system. Well,
Everybody's a system.
you're a good running back because of the system. You can do it, but they got to block for you. They have to design plays for you. They got to scheme for you. They got to protect you. Same with all the players.
Combination of both.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you got to be an athlete, but they do have to build something that takes advantage of your strengths.
Yes.
Lamar Jackson. Okay, we got a running quarterback. He's very mobile. He's got a rocking arm. We need guys to go deep, but we also need to be able to block for him when he runs.
Yeah.
Build to the person's strengths.
That's all you
And
do.
if they're good, they'll thrive. They suck,
That's right.
They won't.
That's right.
But yeah, it just
All right, Tom. I think they just need to leave a guy alone, and he's like the most successful quarterback in the league, except for what team? Who else is like 13 or something?
the Eagles had the best record. In the league.
Okay.
You got the best record.
I thought maybe
Good.
Kansas City or somebody
They were
was
close.
catching up. They were close? Okay.
I mean, he ain't Patrick Mahomes, but he is. I think he's the MVP this year. It's between him
He
and
just
Holmes.
better be.
Him and Holmes, yeah. Between the two of them.
Okay. Thanks, Tom.
Hey, take care.
This is On Point, number one Saturday morning Christian-based call-in talk show in America, live every Saturday morning from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time at David G. Evans' Room. Won't you share and invite some people to join us in this conversation? We're going to Robin from Delaware. We've got some lines open. You can give us a call. Hey, Robin, how you doing?
Good morning, Bishop and Pastor Nick. How y'all doing? Y'all talking about my favorite subject?
What's that?
NFL football.
Oh, you a football fan?
Whew. I have my Eagles jacket. Sammy brought me an Eagles purse. Got a wallet. Oh, I'm big on football. Yes.
So I imagine you will be watching television tonight?
Right, because I don't have a choice. My foot, I can't drive. I can't work.
That's right.
I'm so hurt. But I wanted to. Y'all was talking about what's the governor's name in Florida?
DeSantis.
Do you think what he's doing is because he's being racial, or he's got something against the African American race, or he's scared something may come out?
I think he's clearly racist. That's my opinion. But I also understand they had a young lady who he taught in school back when he was a teacher. And they said he was very slick about it, but he was very discriminatory to his students that were not white.
Wow.
Tell you, boy.
How can he make that decision? I know he's the governor, but can the governor make that decision on his own?
For some reason, they're not challenging him, which means politically some people are intimidated by him.
Yeah.
Because you shouldn't be able to reach down into a school board in a local county or whatever they call it down there, and we call it a county up here, and just put your own person on the board. Those positions are voted in.
Yeah. The state Congress should be the ones balancing him out, but obviously
they're not doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, maybe, I mean, the blacks that are in Florida, maybe they'll come out against it. I don't know, but something's got to be done. He's just getting away with too much.
But you remember when the guy, I think it was Gilliam, was running against him, and Gilliam had him. He was just about governor.
Yeah.
But you got to be able to stand up under the scrutiny, man.
You have to.
They went and found some stuff on him.
Yeah. Yep. And it's
Wow.
different for us. I know it's not fair, but they told us we got to start reminding our kids. They told us growing up, you have to be better,
Yes, sir.
smarter.
Yep. Twice the work to make the grade. Yeah.
Have more integrity.
Yep.
Just to be accepted.
Yeah, and it may not be fair, but it's real.
It's real. It just is what it is.
Wow. Well, I have one question, and I'm done. And Bishop, thank you. Y'all keep praying for me.
Okay.
Because you know I'm going to be hard-headed. I'm not waiting 3 to 6 weeks to go back to work.
Well,
I got my oil. I put my oil on my foot.
how old are you, Robin?
I'm 61. Dang, I'll be 62 in June. Woo.
Okay. You still got you still need that foot for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I start therapy next week. So.
Yeah, you
Turn to
need
a
that
year.
foot.
What'd you say, Bishop?
We got faith, but it's going to turn into a year. You in that boost, so take care
I
of
ain't
yourself.
crashing it. No.
I'm just saying, we got faith. I believe in healing, but
Yeah.
also understand God's got a process for some of us.
I
Yeah.
know. But, it could have been worse when I fell. I could have hit my head and then been in the hospital. So.
That was from a previous fall.
Bishop, no, you did. My mom always said I was hard-headed. And y'all was talking about things, too, a while ago on the OnPointe about when you was in school and whatnot, about your teachers. And it made me remember my 5th grade teacher. She had to call my mom so much. She's like, I can't get her to stop talking.
Your mom had to come down to the school?
Yes.
You must have been out of your mind.
Yes. I was like,
No,
my teacher
no,
said she's
no.
getting the other students
No,
in trouble.
no.
Because she won't stop talking.
No, even no,
I got better.
no, you can't.
You
No,
better have got better.
man, no, you should have gotten better after one time. Because I know when the Evans Prince, Doc, get called down to the school,
That's it. You embarrassing me?
it was a death sentence, man.
Yeah, y'all been having some good on points here lately.
And they
for
get
real.
you right in the class too. My folk didn't wait to take you out in the hallway.
Yep.
They smoked you right there at your desk.
You want to act up in front of everybody?
Here you go.
Yeah, but he was my favorite teacher, my 5th grade teacher. But he passed away, but he was my favorite teacher.
Why'd you give him a hard time then?
It was just I wouldn't stop talking.
Then you gave him a hard time. You didn't obey him.
I know. But Pastor Nick,
Yes.
Bishop,
Yeah.
he posted something on Twitter.
Mm.
So I'm going to see if I can get him to give me a little tidbit. Okay, he said the story of the Levite and his concubine is one of the hardest stories to read in Scripture. To keep it real, there are more stories about women that are difficult to read. On the flip side, it's good to see Jesus revealing how God treats women in comparison to some men. I said, Pastor Nick, that's a Bible study teaching. But he said, Robin, it would take too long. Just a little insight, Bishop, on that tweet that Pastor
I didn't see
Nick
the tweet.
The premise was, if you read the story of the Levite, the concubine,
Okay.
the concubine, they came and said, we want, so-and-so. He offered his concubine up.
Mm-hmm.
They take the concubine, they rape her all night.
Mm-hmm.
They drop her back off. She comes back to the door. She dies at the front step.
Okay.
Ooh.
He comes out, basically kind of nudges her to see if she's still alive.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very harsh story.
Okay.
I never
She's
heard
dead. He takes her back to his house, cuts her up in 12 pieces, and sends the different pieces to Israel, all the parts of Israel,
Okay.
to show them what the Benjamites did.
Okay.
So I use that premise of that there are some. Remember, women were seen primarily as property
Sure.
in those days.
Sure.
So you see the Bible show us how, in certain cases, women are treated like property, like trash.
Mm-hmm.
But on the flip side, you see in the Gospels how Jesus lovingly treats these women.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just trying to show the converse between how men treat some men and how
I know
God.
people are wondering where that is in the Bible. Why
that's in
don't
the
you
book of
tell
Judges.
them? Okay.
You look at Judges.
What chapter?
I'll look. I'll define
I'm
it.
trying to picture it.
So how can I study that? Because I've never heard that, Pastor Nick or Bishop.
Because you don't read your Bible.
Yeah, it's
I do read my
it's in Judges 19 through 21.
This is one of the qualities I love about you, Bishop. Your sense of humor.
Oh, Lord.
It's Judges 19 through 21.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So it's when the Levite is on the road traveling. This old man welcomes into the house, and then the men of the city come. They want the woman.
Yep.
So all I was bringing up is that the Bible keeps it real about stuff that happened. Like when what's his name raped his sister, and
oh yeah, I know that's
Tamar,
right?
yeah. And then David finds out and does nothing about it.
True.
So now she got her half brother raped her, rejected her, kicked her out the room. Her dad finds out and does absolutely nothing.
Why?
Because my belief is this: David, while being a great warrior, a great person, he has some terrible personal flaws.
Absolutely.
Terrible personal flaws.
And he had the same mindset that a lot of them have. The brother versus the daughter. He sided with the brother.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. That's cultural.
That's cultural.
That
yeah.
would be a good teaching, Bishop.
That's cultural.
It's a whole. It's cultural.
It's cultural.
Yeah. And I mean, there's these stories in the Bible show us the depths of issues with people.
Now here's the issue.
Yeah.
I love the relevancy of the Bible because even today, that is a cultural reality that we're dealing with.
Yeah. Ignore what she says and just completely side with.
And then, but we flipped over now.
Yeah.
Take exactly what she says, and the guy's got to be lying.
Yeah.
So that it's flipped.
Yeah. So now it's take it seriously. Let's investigate.
Yep.
And go from there.
Wow, I have to do some study on that. I'm gonna do some because that I never heard.
It's in your Bible. It's in your Bible. It's in your
Bible,
Robin.
But when you're not at the right church,
it's in your Bible.
It doesn't matter when you go to church. You don't get teaching like that, like I get at Bethany.
It's in your Bible.
So now it's gonna make me research. I got time.
You gotta read now.
But Pastor Nick, Bishop, when y'all ever get a chance, Hertz did a message. Was a powerful message. What he said. I'm trying to think. It was on Instagram or whatever. But what he said made a lot of sense. Everybody didn't want him at first, but now they.
Whole lot of folk didn't want him.
Something he said about this game tonight makes a lot of sense.
He about to get paid. You hear me?
He's gonna get paid.
Yeah. So, but
he about to get paid.
Pastor Nick, thank you for the tidbit.
Talk to you.
All right, y'all have a blessed day.
Bye-bye.
Guys. All right, bye-bye.
We got Reva from East Orange. Hello, Reva. How are you? Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, turn your radio down, honey.
I am.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi, Reva. How are you?
I'm good.
What's happening up in East Orange?
A whole lot of stuff.
I only know one other person named Reva. You're the second person I ever met named Reva.
Who?
Reva Timms from Florida.
Oh, okay. Because I was named after my godmother, and that's very see, a lot of people think when I say Reba, I'm saying Reba, but I'm not. I'm saying Reba.
Yeah. I know a Reva, known her for 20 years, maybe longer.
Yeah, I was named after my godmother. Her name is Reba.
What's your comment today?
Okay, I got a lot of stuff to say. I'm gonna try to say it real short.
You gotta say it. You gotta say it quick, 'cause we only got about 5 minutes.
About the Santos. But let me tell you something. I sit on the board. I'm a board member for the county. Nobody just goes to the Board of Education or get just put on. You have to be voted on to these things.
Exactly.
So he knows somebody, and I don't see how he got as far as he got. Everything about him is a lie. Is he really who he say he is?
You talking about Santos or DeSantis from Florida?
DeSantis.
Okay.
The governor.
Okay.
And I don't understand. And then I seen the thing about him being a sex trans.
No, you got it mixed up. You got it mixed up. Santos from New York is the one that they're saying. All right. Yeah, this guy is a congressman.
He's a congressman, but the governor too from Florida. He ain't right either.
Yeah, but he not. You can't put stuff on him on this program that's not on him now. That he I don't think he's a transvestite. No.
No, not him. That was an accident.
Okay.
Let me say.
Okay.
Not him. I'm talking about Santos from New York.
Yeah.
It's so much going on, and you see so much and you hear so much that I can't keep up. I'm trying to keep up, because I like to know what's going on. Sometimes I don't, but most of the time I try to watch it because it can be overbearing. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But
sometimes it's just too much.
I say this to say that. I say that to say this. We just got to stay prayed up.
Yep, absolutely.
Because
Absolutely.
these people that sit on these boards, these congressmen, senators and everything, I really believe that they don't have a clue about what's really going on. Because I went to Trenton one time with my mother. These people don't have a clue. They need to get off those seats, get a bus, and ride down into the world.
Yeah, the community.
And see what's going on.
Yeah. What's your church up in East Orange?
Well, my home church was my mother's. I was going there. Bethel AME Church.
Okay.
And Bethel on Hilton Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
But I like New Hope. I go to New Hope. And my daughter, I started going there.
How often you go to New Hope?
Not often. I'll be on.
Girl.
I'll be on the on yours. I'll be on the line with y'all.
Okay, you
stream
us?
Huh?
I said you stream our service?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
I love the service Sunday. It was really, really good.
Didn't we have a good time? Didn't God move?
Yes. When I can get on there, because I couldn't get on at one point.
No?
I couldn't get on to watch OnPointe, and I couldn't get on for the service for the church.
I wonder why.
I don't know. And I called Cindy, because me and Cindy are classmates.
Okay.
We went to school together.
Okay.
And she said she didn't know something was wrong because she couldn't get on either.
Mm-hmm.
But then it, started to happen. I keep missing Wednesday morning at 7 o'clock for the Bible study.
Wednesday night at 7.
When?
Wednesday night at 7.
It was Wednesday morning.
No, girl.
That was only a prayer time we did for a
That's
short
just
time.
prayer time
that
we was having.
Yeah.
Is that still going on?
No.
Okay, so Wednesday night.
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. I was on before, too, on that, too, when I could remember. I'm getting so young, I can't remember stuff.
Oh, Lord.
But anyway.
Go on, girl. Thanks for calling us.
Thank you.
All right, Reva. Talk to you
hello.
Soon. Bye-bye. Sid said hi. Talk to you. Bye-bye. Oh, Lord, have mercy.
Right.
Yeah, stay prayed up. Okay. Oh, Lord. Oh.
Okay.
Well, tomorrow, of course, 8 a.m. is our virtual service. If you have not been joining us in worship at 11 a.m., you need to make up your mind to come and be a part of what God is doing here at Bethany Church. We are having a tremendous time in the Lord. God is moving through worship, through the prayer, through creative fine arts, through the Word of God, by His Spirit, just doing some incredible things. Testimonies have already started to come in from the oil consecration services that we've been having the last 2 weeks. We're having an additional consecration service this week. We want you to get your oil and your prayer requests. Come to church Wednesday night at 7. So we look forward to seeing you tomorrow morning live at 11, but also online at 8 a.m. Wednesday again is our oil and deliverance service. You want to be in the house. God is doing some incredible things. And mighty testimonies have already started to come in. And we want you to be able to manifest a testimony based on something measurable that God has done. If you have a prayer request, you can always send it to social@gotobethany.com. That's social@gotobethany.com. You can subscribe also to David G. Evans 1 and BBC of NJ on YouTube. Why don't you subscribe to us? We'd like to get those subscriptions up. David G. Evans 1 and BBC of NJ on YouTube. Also subscribe to our DGEMS, DGEMS, and our OnPointe platform, our podcast platforms.
Just 2 things. Your birthday?
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's Wednesday, right? Yeah, the 25th.
Is it Wednesday or Thursday?
25th. The 25th, right? It's Wednesday.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's Wednesday.
Okay, one of the
I
days.
get it. So,
What's the day? The 21st?
Yeah, it's the 21st. What's the yeah, it's Wednesday.
Is it Wednesday?
It's Wednesday, the 25th.
It's 25th, yeah.
Yeah, it's Wednesday.
Okay, I thought it was Thursday. Okay.
Yeah, no, got you. So,
Okay. I don't know. My mom used to call me and remind me of my birthday. If it wasn't for the church, I'd probably forget it.
I know. That's why we're reminding you. Yeah, so
Okay.
we got you. So we're taking Bishop's birthday offering this coming Sunday, the 22nd, as well as the 29th.
Yeah.
$1 per year.
Okay.
Many of us are doing more. If you can do more, do more. If you can do the 71, do the best you can.
71 years.
22nd, this Sunday, and the 29th. If you're unable to do it this Sunday, we'll have it the 29th also. So please just help us out. If you're online and you give online like a lot of us, you can just go on our fields. Bishop's birthday should be there. Click on that, and you can do that online also.
71.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and Chef's book, you want to remind you, Chef's book?
Yeah,
you wrote
man.
the forward to it, right?
Yes, I
believe?
did.
It's at the bookstore.
The forward. Good articles in the Courier Post this week.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. You can go to our bookstore and you can order that book.
Mm-hmm.
All righty.
We're good?
Yep.
For Reverend Nicholas Smith, I'm Bishop David G. Evans. Remember, faith acts like a thing is so, even when it's not so, that it might be so. See you next time on Point.